Hi everyone, welcome back to Paisley's Life in the Garden. How was your week this week? We had a wonderful week. Yesterday I spent the day with my brother building up our co-garden. Sorry, it's very windy today, as you can tell, and the wind chimes are singing. But today we're going to be planting our lettuces, our spinach, in our tower that we're going to be building this summer. It's actually a tower garden that I got from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go ahead and get the dirt ready for that and we'll get it going. So in here is the first part of our tier garden. We thought we'd try this since it's Dollar Tree, so we was like, well, we'll give it a try and see how it works. But in this one, we're going to be planting our lettuces. So I'm going to put this down right here. And the first lettuce that I have is a Tom Thumb lettuce from Baker's Creek. They sent it to me as a free seed. I planted this last fall and it was really good. We added it to our hamburgers and things and we were really impressed. It tasted really nice. On here we're going to be planting these about 1/4 of an inch deep, 4 to 6 inches apart. So I'm going to put probably 2 or 3 seeds in each container section, and they are frost hardy, so it's the best to plant them now so that you can have them for spring. This is the heirloom variety, and it's dating back into the 1850s, and you get small cabbage-like green heads about 3 to 4 inches across. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these seeds out. Now lettuce seeds are very, very small, especially on a day like today where it's windy. They could blow away, so be very careful. I'm going to bring you guys down here so you can see. Maybe zoom in just a little bit. So as you can see, there's the 3 sections. And I'm just going to take 2 or 3 of these and I'm going to poke a little hole. You don't want to go too close to the section here because it will be covered up. Sorry if my hair is in the way. Got 1 in there or 2. And just cover them up like that. Sorry if my hair is in the way. I'm going to plant some more over here and here. I'm ready for spring. But today don't feel a lot like spring. It's a little chilly. So I'm dropping, like I said, 1 or 2 seeds in here. And then I will cover them up gently. And then we have that one done. Now I pre-moistened my soil so I don't have to worry about watering it. Sorry again about the wind chimes. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. But then we're going to start on the second tier. And my husband bought me these and got the 2 different colors, so I thought I would alternate them and make it pretty. I'm going to put you back down and show you how this stacks. So when you go to put it on, you just put it on top of that one. And then you build it up. Now I'm not going to do it as high. I think I have 12, something like that. I'll probably do 6 and 6 and keep them kind of low for my garden. But they come also with these little covers on the bottom, like this. And I just popped them off so that you have plenty of holes for the water to drain through, so you can get, what it'll do is when you stack them like this, they'll drain down to the pot below them, and they'll get water too and continue trickling down. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with moist dirt, and then we'll continue on. So next that we're going to be working on is, arugula. We don't know if we like this or not, so we're only going to pot one of these, or plant. We're going to plant 2 of them in one little cell. And then we have the lettuce blend. And we're going to plant those in 2 cells so that they'll all share one part of the tier. But I do have my tags so that we can make sure we know which one is which, and that way we can try different things and we don't know if we like them or not. So it's the best way to always try something new. So first I'm going to plant the lettuce gourmet blend. And I'm going to be planting them in these 2 parts of the cell where this is. Now as these begin to grow, you can separate the seedlings if you would like. That way you don't have too many growing in one bunch. You also, if you have 2 or 3 seeds in one, you're almost guaranteed to get germination. Instead of planting the one and just hoping that one plant or one starts germinating, it might not happen. You probably get disappointed pretty quickly. So you always want to plant 2 or 3, and then that way you can separate them later, or you could pull out the weakest ones and discard of them if you choose. I like to separate them and put them in another pot and continue growing them, because I really like growing vegetables, so I don't want to waste anything. So the next thing that we're going to be working on is putting the arugula in its part of the container. Oops. And that one will be going right here. You always want to mark what you're planting so you don't forget, because it's very easy to forget when you're waiting for something to grow. And we'll cover those up, pat them down so that they have some mixture or the texture of the soil so they touch, and then they can start growing. And you only want to grow your lettuces and your arugula when you push them in only at 1/4 of an inch, because they don't need a lot of space to germinate. So with that, the next tier that I'm going to be doing will be my spinaches. So as soon as I get the dirt in there, and I'll be right back. Next is our spinach. It's Bloomdale long-standing spinach from Baker's Creek. And this here you're going to plant 1/2 inch deep. And for ours, we're going to fill up the whole top container. I've already pre-dug the hole down to 1/2 inch. These seeds are a lot bigger, so that makes it nice. I need one more. As you can see, they're a lot bigger actually than the lettuces. I'll drop theirs down and cover them up nicely. And I've already got the tag in, so I know exactly what was planted for this whole tier. And the water that I put in here dripped down onto here. So it's kind of nice because it helps water what's underneath. Then if you look over here, isn't that pretty? That is the garlic that I planted last October. So it should be ready in probably about July. So I didn't realize that it changed that kind of color during the winter. So that's kind of pretty. I love them colors together. Then we also have our parsley is hardening out. So hardening off, I should say. And that will be going also in the tier and the co-garden. Well, now that we got that done, we're back inside and it's a lot more quieter. I love my wind chimes, don't get me wrong. When I'm trying to video, I hope that you're able to hear me. But so we got that planted and that will be left outside. That will thrive. It handles the cold nicely and actually it makes it sweeter when it grows and you go to eat it. So we're going to leave those outside, and as you see, the garlic is doing beautifully. Yesterday, as I said earlier, I spent the day with my brother and we planted the 14 by 14 garden at his house that we're all going to work on together between both families, so that's going to be fun. Also yesterday I planted some more, we planted the oregano, sage, basil, rosemary, the kohlrabi, and all of our tomato varieties. Then we have some of the things that are growing I'd like to show you here on our little growing table. Here we have natapinos, jalapenos, red chili peppers, mini bells, chives, and marigolds growing. The bee bombs are just now sprouting, so they're kind of really small. You might not see those very well. Back here we have the banana peppers. They're growing nicely. We have wild thyme. And we have bell peppers that are just now starting to sprout a little bit. And then, because I have some of them, as I said, that I like to sow a couple of them in each of the containers, that were getting a little bigger and the other ones were just sprouting. So I went ahead and gently separated those and planted them into the bigger pots so that the other ones that were just starting to germinate would have more room. And that's what you see in these pots here. Don't want to make a mess. But this is a red chili. And they were getting too close for me to leave in there. I didn't want to take chances of damaging them. And then these ones here are more natapinos. And they were actually like this tall. But I planted them down a little bit so that they can continue to strengthen them stems and grow taller and healthier. But we also have our onions growing and all of those wonderful little things, so that's exciting. Other than that, there hasn't been much else going on. Like I said, yesterday we spent all day at my brother's and I was tired last night. But it was a great day. We were able to get the garden mended. We also put a fence around it and made a trellis, and was able to start our peas. So they're growing happily over there in that garden, and I'll be going over there every day and helping my brother, and we'll be tending to that garden. So has anyone started anything in their areas yet? I'm in 6B. That's why I wanted to put the lettuces out, the spinach. I should have actually done that last week, but hey, things come up and it doesn't really affect too much in a week's notice, so we went ahead and did that. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and of course, if you can, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what you're planting. And as always, share, share, share.